Once we have our databases open, it's time to actually start getting commands to actually visualize the data. Now, Visit has an amazing feature that allows you to actually record the actions you take using the user interface and get the commands you would need for a Python script. In order to do this, you go to Controls, Command, and then from any empty window, you just click Record. Once you press Record, anything that you do using the graphical user interface will be recorded, and you'll be given the commands that are used in order to execute those actions. So in this case, I want to add a subset of my mesh. Click yes and draw that. And when I do that, there is my wing. And if I hit stop, I will see that the lines that Visit used in order to draw this mesh were the lines add plot, subset mesh, and then draw plots. This is a really simple example, and it only involved 2 lines. Sometimes the actions you'll take in Visit will end up taking dozens or even hundreds of lines. I prefer, when I am writing a Python script to use in Visit, to use this commands functionality in order to generate commands that I'm going to need to use. And I like to do it in small chunks. So in this example, all I did was draw this mesh, and then I stopped to see what those commands are. And then I'll go ahead and add them to my script. And then I'll take the next step that I want to take. I recommend doing everything in small chunks so you can see what parts of the code do what in order to edit it as you need. So here I'm going to just copy these 2 lines. I'm going to open up my Python script. And then I'm going to, after I open those databases, I'm going to add this line. In the Visit commands that are generated from using the commands window, there generally are these numbers like zeros and ones after the add plots. Usually you don't need those, so you can experiment with whether or not those are necessary. Sometimes they actually cause problems when you're running a script, so you need to remove them, but it's something that at this point I just play by ear. So here I've added this add plot, so I'm going to save this. And I'm going to go back to Visit, and I'm actually going to delete all this. And then I'm going to go back to commands and execute that script again. And you'll see that it drew our mesh just like we had done from the user interface, but this time from a Python script.